coronavirus is that obviously jumped from an animal species. We don't know exactly how that happened, which is now infecting individuals. And it's clear from this rapidly evolving situation that there is human-to-human transmissibility, because just yesterday there was a report that 15 hospital workers, healthcare workers, were infected from a patient in a Wuhan hospital. Right now there are about 300 cases, but there is no proven specific effective treatment for the novel coronavirus.
The Chinese government is destroying crosses, burning Bibles, and closing churches, and forcing Christian believers to sign papers renouncing their faith as a crackdown on religious congregations in Beijing and in several provinces intensifies. The suppression of religious freedoms comes as an official government campaign to eradicate religion by demanding loyalty to the atheist Communist Party. The CCP starts burning the Bibles and crosses in Henan.
Greetings, my friend. China are filling concentration camps with whoever they don't like. And you best believe this is coming to America.
1 in every 3 Christians in Asia are suffering from a high level of persecution. That's according to a new report by the UK-based Christian advocacy group Open Doors. Its 2019 watch list report ranks these 4 Asian countries among the top 10 where persecutions of Christians is most extreme. North Korea tops the list for the 18th straight year. The report says there have been increased efforts by the government to eliminate all channels for spreading Christianity.
But inside the country, it's just as hard to be a Christian as ever before. It's not tolerated, it's not allowed. And if you are discovered to be a Christian, it usually means jail. And then your children will also be jailed as well.
Downloading unauthorized versions of the Bible is now an offense in China. Internet users there have noticed that with other Christian books, the Bible is unavailable from online shopping websites.
This morning, the Chinese city of Wuhan on lockdown. Flights canceled, trains halted, highways blocked by police, and preventing long lines of cars from leaving. The city of 11 million people at the epicenter of a viral outbreak, now cut off from the outside world. We found long lines, temperature checks, and virtually everyone wearing masks.
Some people died already, so yeah, a little nervous.
For days, the scale of the crisis has widened here, the virus showing up across China, in other countries in Asia, and halfway around the world in the U.S.
Trying to contain a city of 11 million people is new to science.
A lot of growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know. A Washington state resident fell ill after returning from Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began. Officials now say more than 400 people have been sick and 9 people have died. The World Health Organization is holding an emergency meeting right now. Kana Whitworth is in Seattle as the latest for us. Good morning, Kana.
Hey, Robin, good morning. So that patient is a man in his 30s. He is in the hospital here behind me. Now, officials are describing his condition as satisfactory, but he will remain in isolation for at least the next couple of days. They will continue to monitor him as well as the healthcare providers and patients he came into contact with after testing positive for the coronavirus.
The first case of the deadly Chinese coronavirus making its way to the U.S., a Washington state man testing positive for the deadly virus. According to the CDC, the man in his 30s flew home to Seattle last Wednesday, infected but not yet symptomatic. According to officials, shortly after arriving in Seattle, he began feeling ill and reached out to his healthcare provider on Sunday. 24 hours later, his diagnosis was confirmed by the CDC. The man entering the country before federal health officials began screening travelers from the city of Wuhan, one of the busiest transportation hubs in central China and where the outbreak began.